I was reading this rat trap headline the other day. It was saying that there is a study that indicates women are happier if they buy new clothes every week. So, this whole idea of novelty is wired into our brains because we're constantly looking for fresh stimulation. This honestly feels like a masterclass of psychological conditioning. It suggests that joy is something that we have to buy on a recurring basis. True happiness is found in the peace of mind that comes from having a clear space and a clear plan. Every time we are clicking buy on a new outfit, we've essentially traded away hours of our precious lives for a piece of fabric that will be out of style by next quarter. It's a literal trap designed to keep us working longer and harder for no reason. Minimalism is choosing a different kind of abundance, the abundance of time and freedom. When you stop chasing the next trend, you suddenly have the mental bandwidth to focus on what moves the needle in your life. There's a huge sense of power in looking at a store and realizing there is absolutely nothing in there that you need or want. We've been sold the idea that self-care is a transaction, but real self-care is building a life you don't need to escape from. Having a capsule wardrobe, only the best pieces and a handful, eliminates decision fatigue and saves your best energy for things that matter. This headline is particularly insidious because it targets the very real stress that women are feeling and offers a shallow, expensive solution. There is a freedom in a no spend month that teaches you exactly how much noise you've been letting into your life. You start to see through the marketing and realize that the pressure to accumulate is just social noise. Consumerism works by making us feel incompetent so that we are seeking completion in external objects. The compounding effect of saving that weekly clothing budget is staggering when you look at a 10-year, 20-year, 40-year horizon. You aren't just saving 50 or $100 regularly. You're buying back months, even years of work optional freedom in the future. That's a much better return than a pair of shoes. When you're comfortable in your own skin and in your own values, you don't need a weekly influx of goods to feel valid. There's a freedom in classic, simple clothes that allow your personality and your work to take center stage. You stop being a walking billboard for fast fashion and start being a person defined by their actions and ideas. Value should be measured by utility, durability, and freedom that an item will allow you. And a life built on experiences and security will always outshine a life built on stuff. In a world that constantly tells you to get more, the most radical thing you can do is to be satisfied with enough. Satisfaction is the secret door out of this rat race hamster wheel that we are all living in. If you look at the most successful and grounded people, they rarely have wardrobes that change by the week. They have a signature, a standard, a sense of confidence and stillness, and a focus on things that last. We need to reframe the conversation from what am I missing to What can I get rid of? The empty space in a minimalist life isn't a void. It's room for growth, for peace, and for the future. Happiness is a skill to practice, not a product for us to consume. The next time you see a headline telling you to buy your way to joy, remember who is funding these articles and studies. It's the systems that want you to stay in the trap. Your freedom is worth more than any trend. When you aren't chasing the next purchase, you can finally chase your real dreams.